Class, good morning. Today we discuss fusarium built of pigeon pea. Pigeon pea built or built of red gram. Pigeon pea is one of the most common tropical and subtropical legumes cultivated for its edible seed. Pigeon pea is fast growing, hardly widely adaptable and drought resistant. Because of its drought resistance, pigeon pea belong to the family Fabaceae. The origin of pigeon pea, Cajanus cajon, is either northeastern Africa or India. Fusarial wilt is the most destructive disease and is prevalent in all chicken pea growing areas in India. The pathogen Fusarium oxysporum is seed borne in nature and can survive in soil for many years. The wilt disease of Arhar is a most severe threat to the arhar. It occurs in all arhar growing state of India and it causes 50% annual loss. There are many symptoms of pigeon pea. Pigeon pea plant are susceptible to infection by the wilt pathogen at all stages of development: flowering stage, fruiting stage, seedling stage, and vegetative growing stage. The main symptom of the disease is wilting characterized by gradual, sometimes sudden yellowing, withering and drying on leaves, followed by drying entire plant or some of its branches. Such plant exhibit loss of leaf turgidity, interveinal clearing, and chlorosis before death. Usually at the flowering and podding stage are the first indication of wilt. Characteristic symptom of the disease in the adult plant is a purple band extending upward from the base of the main stem. The band can clearly be seen in pigeon pea when the green stem of healthy plant are compared to the diseased stem with colored lines. Partial wilting is quite common and distinguishes the disease from termite damage, drought, and phytophthora blight, which kill the plants. Okay, these are the whole crop which going to suffer from the disease fusarium caused by fusarium, wilt disease caused by fusarium. This whole plant going to drought, as this like the no photosynthesis occur and plant going to dry and kill. Firstly leaf, then branch, then whole stem, and finally whole plant going to affected by the disease. So the causal organism is the Fusarium oxysporum, and mycelium is septate and branched. It is colorless. Hyphae are both intercellular and intracellular, and this is a classification of Fusarium oxysporum. Then the Fusarium contain microconidia form on mycelium of this size. Okay, and macroconidia 3-4 septa, and this is the size, and chlamydospore form of mycelia, and this is a diameter, and scospore. You can see in the figure, this is a microconidia and this one is the macroconidia, and this is a terminal chlamydospore, and this one is in between two hyphae. It is chlamydospores, intercalary. It is intercalary chlamydospore. Okay. The disease cycle is like the other disease cycles. It is very similar, and asexual reproduction takes place by the formation of three kinds of spore. What is this? Macroconidia, microconidia, and chlamydospores. Macroconidia are generally tiny structure. It is clear by its name. Microconidia are generally tiny structure produced in large number from the tip of the conidiospore, which are indistinguishable from the vegetative hyphae. The spores may be rounded, curved, or elliptical and are formed within the tissue of the host. And microconidia are unicellular, sometimes with one or two septa. In cultures, they are held together in a ball or false head. Next one is the macroconidia, are long, sickle-shaped. They are septate with 3 to 4 septa and have pointed tapering ends. Macroconidia are produced at the tip of short conidiospores, which arise from the upper surface of cushion-shaped stromatic mass of hyphae. And chlamydospores are thick-walled, rounded, or oval cell formed in the hyphae. They occur singly or in chains and may be terminal or intercalary. Chlamydospores become separated from the parent hypha after maturing. They function as resting spores. Then what happened? Disease cycle. Pathogens survive in infected part of the plant, and they germinate and form germ tubes, and then it infects the host and appears of symptoms. These conidia germinate at a wide range of temperature, 15 to 30 degrees Celsius, under favorable condition. Okay, when the germ tube come in contact with plant roots of pigeon pea, they penetrate and colonize the xylem vessels. As the mycelium ages, it produces chlamydospore, which after an initial period of dormancy germinate and infect the roots of the plant, and then plant infection occur. Chlamydospores is formed and infections occur. Okay. Then how can we manage the disease? It is difficult to control the disease due to the soil-borne nature of the casual fungus. However, its incidence can be reduced considerably by taking certain precautions. These include a 3 to 4 year crop rotation, taking a mixed crop of jowar and arhar, and collecting and burning the plant parts which left after harvesting. Best control is to plant disease resistant variety like Amar, Ajat, Asa, and Maruti. And selected field with no previous record of wilt for at least 3 years is also give good result. And grow pigeon pea intercropped mixed with other cereals. And solarize the field in summer to help reduce inoculum. Okay student, these are the reference from which I take the matters. And thank you very much student. Please ask any question